Hey Yankees fans, welcome to Yankees Rumors and News, your go-to spot for the latest buzz and updates about our team. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a scoop. The New York Yankees find themselves in a precarious position as spring training looms ever closer. With time slipping through their fingers yet options still available in both the free agent and trade markets, the usual buzz of winter activity has been muted this offseason, leaving fans restless and a little anxious, especially those accustomed to a Yankees front office that historically moves decisively and loudly yet beneath the apparent calm. There is a calculated strategy unfolding, despite the roster's flaws. Projection systems still rate New York as a legitimate contender, and Brian Cashman's quiet confidence underscores a belief that the team's core remains strong enough to compete. Patience seems to be the Yankees' operative principle, a deliberate choice rather than an action, though it is a gamble that could easily test the resolve of an increasingly impatient fan base, hungry for marquee additions. Time, however, is now a double-edged sword. The Yankees cannot afford to wait indefinitely while critical roster holes remain unaddressed, and one of the most tantalizing yet increasingly elusive targets is Tatsuya Imai. Imai represents one of the few starting pitchers on the market who can materially change the trajectory of a rotation that, while superficially respectable, carries inherent fragility. Jarrett Cole's return from Tommy John surgery remains unpredictable, a factor that looms large over opening day planning. The absences of Carlos Rodon and Clark Schmidt compound the uncertainty, leaving internal development as a potential, but risky, path forward. Players like Kem Schluler could see outsized expectations placed upon them, a scenario fraught with danger for a franchise whose championship window demands reliability and high-end performance from its rotation. As Imai's availability dims, the Yankees' attention increasingly turns to trade market alternatives. Milwaukee's Freddie Peralta emerges as a high-impact option capable of stabilizing a rotation in need of certainty, while Cincinnati's Nick Lodolo presents a subtler, yet appealing combination of health, command, and upside. The Miami Marlins offer intriguing albeit riskier possibilities with Sandy Alcantara or Edward Cabrera, providing potential for both immediate impact and future payoff. The reality is clear: New York can no longer treat pitching reinforcements as optional. Securing a proven arm has transformed into an imperative, a necessity that could define the team's success or failure in the coming season. The margin for error is vanishing, and each passing day magnifies the urgency to act decisively before the market evolves further and opportunities slip away. Meanwhile, the Yankees' pursuit of Cody Bellinger in free agency has taken on a new dynamic, one in which leverage has shifted unmistakably in New York's favor. Bellinger's camp, led by the well-known agent Scott Boras, initially sought to engineer a blockbuster contract, but the broader league has shown limited appetite for meeting those lofty demands. This lack of response has emboldened Brian Cashman and his team to adopt a strategy of measured patience, allowing the shrinking market to dictate terms rather than rushing into an overpriced acquisition. Analysts suggest that no franchise has approached Bellinger's desired compensation, which strengthens the Yankees' hand and sets up a scenario in which time itself becomes a negotiating tool. This delicate interplay of strategy and market reality underscores the meticulous planning that drives decisions at the highest levels of the sport, reflecting the blend of caution and aggression that defines Cashman's approach. Despite Bellinger's undeniable talent, there are legitimate concerns about long-term value. Defensively, he remains a standout, offering exceptional glove work that can save runs and shift the momentum of close games. Offensively, however, his metrics suggest inconsistency, and the underlying numbers do not necessarily justify the type of contract he and his representatives are seeking, particularly as he approaches his age 30th season. The calculus is complex. Elite defensive contributions combined with moderate offensive output present a nuanced risk-reward proposition, one that requires careful evaluation against both salary cap constraints and roster construction priorities. The Yankees' willingness to wait patiently reflects an understanding that overpaying for a single player, even one of Bellinger's caliber, could undermine the broader strategy of building a balanced and competitive team. All the while, the shadow of spring training hangs over these deliberations, heightening the stakes. The roster needs to be in a competitive state before games are played. Yet the timing of acquisitions must be precise to ensure both cost-effectiveness and roster stability. The Yankees' approach demonstrates a sophisticated awareness of market mechanics, acting to early risks overspending While acting to late risks missing out on available talent entirely, this balancing act is central to the narrative of the offseason. As fans and analysts alike watch with a mixture of anticipation and anxiety, every rumor, every report, and every quiet move behind closed doors feeds into the perception that New York is simultaneously active and deliberate, a duality that defines the franchise's historical approach to team building. The underlying theme of the Yankees' current position is one of controlled urgency. While time is short and pressure is mounting, the front office maintains a toolbox full of potential solutions. Free agency, trades, and internal promotions all remain on the table, each carrying its own set of risks and potential rewards. The fading possibility of acquiring Tatsuya Imai only sharpens the focus on alternative paths, while Cody Bellinger's evolving market situation exemplifies how patience can be a strategic weapon, rather than a sign of indecision. Ultimately, the Yankees are operating in a landscape that demands both calculated restraint and opportunistic boldness, navigating the tension between acting too quickly and waiting for conditions to improve. In conclusion, the New York Yankees off-season narrative is one of time-sensitive decision-making, strategic patience, and critical evaluation of market dynamics. The dream of landing a transformational starter like Tatsuya Imai may be fading, but viable options remain, and the choices made in the coming weeks will reverberate throughout the season. Cody Bellinger's free agency illustrates the delicate interplay between player value, market reality, and negotiation strategy, while the rotation's vulnerability highlights the pressing need for proven pitching. Fans are left in a state of anxious anticipation, witnessing a front office that is simultaneously measured and ambitious, navigating a complex landscape where every decision carries profound consequences. As spring training approaches, the Yankees must strike a delicate balance between patience and action, ensuring that when the season begins, the roster is not only competitive but capable of fulfilling the franchise's high expectations, demonstrating that in New York, time is both an adversary and an ally, and strategy is the ultimate currency in the pursuit of championship glory. The stakes have never been higher, and the narrative remains fluid, a dynamic interplay of opportunity, risk, and calculated ambition that will define the Yankees' path forward. Every fan, analyst, and insider knows that the coming weeks are critical, that the decisions made in the shadows of the front office will echo loudly on the field, and that New York's blend of tradition, expectation, and competitive hunger ensures that the franchise will continue to chase excellence with a relentless, methodical, and undeniably high-stakes approach. In the end, it is a story of timing, strategy, and the pursuit of an ever-elusive dream. A story that remains unfinished, but intensely compelling as the Yankees navigate the final stretch of an off-season, defined by both opportunity and urgency. If you're enjoying the updates, drop a like and let us know in the comments your thoughts on this rumor. The Bronx is buzzing like never before. Whispers in the corridors of Yankee Stadium have grown into a roaring echo throughout the baseball world. Imagine this: the New York Yankees, a franchise synonymous with ambition, history, and the relentless pursuit of championships, making what could be considered one of the boldest moves of the decade. Sources who prefer to remain unnamed but are said to be close to the organization are hinting at a mega trade that would send shockwaves through Major League Baseball. At the center of this storm is none other than Paul Skenes, the young pitching phenom whose talent has been turning heads from coast to coast. The mere mention of his name has been enough to set social media aflame, and now, the Yankees might just be close to sealing a deal that could alter the very trajectory of their season. Picture the scene: Yankee executives huddled in late-night strategy sessions, crunching numbers, debating prospects, and envisioning the rotation that could dominate the league for years to come. The rumors suggest that this trade is not just about acquiring another player. It is about sending a clear message that the Yankees are in a different league altogether when it comes to ambition and spending power. Paul Skenes is not just any pitcher. He is considered by scouts and insiders to be a generational talent, a name that will headline highlight reels for decades. His arm, already polished with devastating velocity and precision, has been described as having the kind of ceiling that only legends touch, and now, the Bronx Bombers are reportedly ready to roll the dice and bring him into the fold, potentially redefining the entire pitching staff and, by extension, the hopes of a championship run that fans have been dreaming about. The speculation surrounding this potential trade is as wild as it is tantalizing. The Yankees have reportedly engaged in multiple rounds of talks with offers that include a mix of high-profile prospects, young talents, and strategic pieces that could excite any front office. Names have circulated quietly in insiders' chats, players whose potential has been carefully measured and evaluated to match the high stakes of acquiring someone like Skenes. The whispers suggest that the Yankees are not just offering up filler. They are pulling together a package that could sway any team with championship aspiration. There is a sense of urgency, of calculated risk, in every step the organization is taking. Fans are already speculating which stars might be leaving, which young guns could be the key to sweetening the deal, and how this move would reshape the clubhouse dynamics that have been carefully cultivated over the years. Meanwhile, the excitement among the fan base is palpable. Social media platforms are erupting with debates, memes, and hypotheticals about what a Yankees rotation anchored by Paul Skenes could look like. Analysts are sketching out scenarios in their heads, imagining matchups that could dominate the postseason and redefining the expectations for New York in the coming months. Every mention of the trade sends ripples through fan communities, with opinions flying left and right. Some are ecstatic, seeing the addition as the missing piece to a championship puzzle that has been tantalizingly close for years. Others are cautiously optimistic, wary of giving up promising talent for a gamble, even one as enticing as Skenes. But one thing is clear: the Yankees have captured the collective imagination of the baseball world, and the rumor mill is now a wildfire of speculation. Reports indicate that internal sources are buzzing with anticipation. Coaches, scouts, and executives are said to be meticulously evaluating every angle. They are looking at not only what Skenes can bring to the mound immediately, but also how his presence could influence younger players, set a tone of excellence, and inspire a clubhouse culture that thrives under pressure. There is talk of long-term contracts, of carefully crafted strategies to ensure that both player and team benefit in a way that solidifies dominance for years to come. Some insiders suggest that the Yankees see this as a defining moment, a statement to the rest of the league that they are willing to do whatever it takes to chase glory. In a sense, this is more than a trade. It is a declaration of intent, a bold move that could shape the narrative of the team for an entire generation. The possible ramifications extend beyond the field. Media coverage is expected to reach unprecedented levels, with analysts dissecting every aspect of the deal, projecting statistics, and weighing the potential outcomes in a way that could influence public perception and fan expectations. Merchandise sales, ticket demand, and broadcast interest could all see a significant uptick, fueled by the sheer magnetism of Skenes' arrival in the Bronx. The Yankees have long been adept at combining athletic excellence with marketing acumen, and insiders suggest that this potential acquisition is being handled with both precision and flair. The very idea of adding a generational pitcher has sparked conversations not just in New York, but across the league, as rival teams consider how to respond to such a seismic shift. Of course, skepticism and caution are part of the landscape as well. Some analysts question the wisdom of trading significant assets for a young player. No matter how talented, baseball history is littered with high-profile trades that did not pan out, and the Yankees are reportedly aware of the fine line between brilliance and miscalculation. Sources suggest that internal debates have been heated, with executives weighing not only immediate impact but long-term sustainability. The challenge, as always, is balancing ambition with prudence, and the pressure to get it right is immense. Yet, even amid caution, there is a palpable excitement, a sense that this could be the moment when the Yankees shift from contenders to near-in-question favorites. As rumors continue to swirl, fans, media, and players alike are left in suspense, speculating on the final details and imagining the transformation that Skenes' presence could bring. There is talk of locker room chemistry, strategic rotations, and the ripple effects on both offense and defense. Observers are already painting scenarios of dominant pitching matchups, postseason showdowns, and record-breaking performances that could cement the Yankees' legacy as a team willing to take bold risks to achieve greatness. And while nothing is officially confirmed, the very fact that such a rumor exists is enough to ignite imagination and anticipation, driving conversations from the streets of New York to sports talk shows across the country. The excitement in the Bronx is matched only by the tension. Every day brings new whispers, new interpretations, and new angles on what could be one of the defining moments in Yankees history. Sources suggest that internal preparations are underway for the moment the trade is announced. From press conferences to fan engagement strategies, coaches are reportedly planning how to integrate Skenes into existing rotations, how to manage workloads, and how to leverage his talent in high-pressure situations. There is a sense that everyone involved understands the magnitude of what could be happening, and that the outcome will be remembered for years to come. The possibility of Paul Skenes donning the pinstripes is more than just a transaction. It is a potential turning point, a pivot toward dominance that fans have been longing to see, and so, as the rumor mill churns and speculation grows wilder by the hour, the story continues to unfold. Whether the trade happens in full or evolves into something unexpected, one thing is clear: the Yankees are positioning themselves as a team unafraid to shake the foundations of Major League Baseball. Paul Skenes, whether in pinstripes or still a subject of trade talks, has captured the imagination of a franchise and its fans in a way that few players ever do. Every hint, every insider tip, and every speculative analysis adds fuel to a fire that shows no signs of dying down for fans in the Bronx and across the globe. The anticipation is electric, and the potential of what this trade could mean for the season is enough to have everyone on the edge of their seats. The Yankees might just be rewriting the script of their season, and the world is watching, waiting, and wondering how high the sky can go when ambition meets opportunity. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you stay up to date with every Yankees rumor and news. See you in the next video.